In exploring the consciousness dimension, we must first understand that consciousness isn't limited to human experience. It manifests uniquely across different forms of life. While we experience consciousness through complex neural networks and sensory systems, other organisms demonstrate different forms of awareness. Trees, for example, show a more fundamental form of consciousness through their cellular networks, responding to environmental changes and communicating through chemical signals. This spectrum of consciousness, from cellular awareness to complex human experience, suggests consciousness might be more fundamental to life than we typically assume. Each organism's conscious experience is shaped by its biological framework, creating unique ways of perceiving and interacting with reality. By examining this range of conscious expression, we begin to understand consciousness not as something that emerged suddenly with human complexity, but as a basic feature of life itself, expressed through increasingly sophisticated biological systems. Conscious interplay. At the heart of the consciousness dimension lies a dynamic feedback loop between an organism's conscious experience and its biological architecture. This interplay is shaped by the unique structures and capabilities of each organism, rooted in evolutionary processes and DNA. Consciousness, as a form of software, adapts and grows through lived experiences, influencing the biological hardware over generations. This continual exchange of information, where consciousness informs biological evolution and is in turn shaped by it, creates a rich, ever-evolving complexity of awareness within the three-dimensional space. Consider how different organisms process and respond to their environments. A tree's root system sensing water availability, a bird's navigation of magnetic fields, or a human's complex emotional responses to social situations. Each represents a unique interface between consciousness and physical reality, shaped by billions of years of evolutionary refinement. The biological structures that enable these experiences, from simple cellular networks to complex neural systems, have evolved alongside consciousness itself, each supporting and driving the other's development. This coevolution of consciousness and biology suggests a deeper pattern. Consciousness isn't just an emergent property of complex systems, but rather a fundamental aspect of life that finds increasingly sophisticated expression through evolving biological frameworks. Consider the consciousness of a beloved pet, such as a dog. When you call its name and it responds, wagging its tail and making eye contact, it's clear that the dog is experiencing a form of consciousness. It navigates its environment, forms bonds, and even shows signs of self-awareness. While its neural pathways might not be as complex as ours, they are nonetheless sophisticated enough to enable a rich, conscious experience. This conscious experience manifests through the dog's unique biological framework, from its heightened sense of smell that creates a world of scent we can barely imagine, to its ability to read human emotions through subtle facial expressions and body language. Their consciousness processes reality differently than ours, yet is equally valid and complex in its own way. A dog's world isn't a simpler version of human consciousness, but rather its own unique interface with reality, shaped by millions of years of evolution alongside humans. Consider a bee, a seemingly simple creature, yet one that exhibits a distinct form of consciousness. A bee navigates complex environments, communicates with its hive, and responds to stimuli with remarkable precision. This small insect, with its specialized neural pathways, experiences a world unique to its own biology. While its consciousness may not mirror ours, it's undeniable that it perceives, reacts, and adapts within its three-dimensional space. The bee's consciousness manifests through extraordinary capabilities, seeing ultraviolet patterns invisible to human eyes, detecting Earth's magnetic fields for navigation, and performing intricate dances to communicate flower locations to hive mates. Their consciousness processes information we can't even perceive, creating a rich experiential world shaped by their specific biological framework. What appears as simple instinct to us is actually a sophisticated interface between consciousness and environment, refined over millions of years of evolution. Even more fascinating is how individual bee consciousness contributes to collective hive intelligence. Through their networked interactions, bees create complex social structures and make collective decisions about nest locations, food sources, and colony survival. This demonstrates how consciousness can operate at both individual and group levels, each bee's unique experience contributing to a larger pattern of awareness. By examining the conscious experiences of diverse creatures like bees, we begin to understand consciousness not as a binary trait, but as a spectrum of awareness that adapts to each organism's biological architecture and environmental needs. Philosophical reflection. The universe teaches us the profound importance of nuance and balance. Just as black holes maintain cosmic order, ecosystems thrive on equilibrium. This balance is not achieved through mere survival of the fittest, but through intricate feedback mechanisms that ensure the stability of our environments. When an octopus develops camouflage, it does so not just for its own survival, but to contribute to the delicate balance of the ecosystem. These patterns of balance appear at every scale, from the quantum dance of particles to the cosmic waltz of galaxies. Each level of existence demonstrates how individual adaptation contributes to collective harmony. Consider how consciousness itself might follow similar patterns. Individual, conscious experiences feeding back into a larger structure of awareness, just as individual organisms contribute to ecosystem stability. The universe shows us that survival isn't simply about competition, but about finding one's place within larger patterns of existence. Even in seemingly chaotic events, supernovas, forest fires, mass extinctions, we find seeds of renewal and reorganization. This suggests that consciousness, like all universal patterns, might serve a broader purpose in maintaining cosmic balance. What if consciousness itself is one of nature's tools for maintaining equilibrium? Just as physical laws create predictable patterns that allow for unpredictable life to flourish, perhaps consciousness provides the framework for increasing complexity while maintaining universal harmony. The universe, through its endless cycles of creation and transformation, shows us that true survival depends not on dominance, but on finding our place within these greater patterns of existence. In our next section, we'll explore the intricate web of consciousness interactions we call the consciousness matrix, examining how our individual conscious experience is shaped, influenced, and sometimes limited by other consciousnesses around us. From family dynamics that mold our early development to societal pressures that shape our beliefs, we'll investigate how external conscious influences can either enhance or inhibit our authentic self-expression. We'll delve into how modern phenomena like social media and mass communication have created new layers of consciousness interaction, often pulling us away from our true nature. Understanding these patterns of influence helps us recognize when we're being guided by external consciousness patterns rather than our own authentic awareness. This knowledge becomes crucial in maintaining our individual consciousness while navigating the complex web of collective consciousness that surrounds us.